Hi guys, so I wanted to make you a short video just kind of reviewing Moodle and week one assignments. So then that way when we're together for our Zoom session, we don't have to spend a lot of time on it. So as you open Moodle, you'll see my contact information over here. And then I moved these four important components to be at the top. Course announcements, please make sure that you check them frequently because I tend to post there instead of sending mass emails, and then your textbook link, and then the syllabus, and then of course the schedule assignments. The movement wheel, if you open this up and you can print it out and bring a printed one to class in week two, we'll build this together and it's going to be useful for signature assignment and just kind of seeing how different areas of movement and space work together. So if you can bring this printed, it's preferred in color, but we'll label it together to session two when we're physically together, that would be helpful. As for the first week of assignments, you'll see that in each week, there's kind of a note that the journals, the forums, and the quizzes are not accepted late. So you will receive a 0 on those. Other than that, 3 days late is the grace period, and it's 10% each day, which adds up pretty quickly. So I would think about that when you are submitting assignments. So you have this optional devotion, which I always appreciate that my students work on. I love reading your feedback and just your insight on those. Sometimes I comment, sometimes I don't. And then this here looks a little bit different on my end. Just these are actually closed for you. So you don't have to worry about these. However, I will post my PowerPoint for week one, so that way you can view it as well. So that will be posted on here pretty soon. And then assignment 1.3 is titled Sharpening the Saw. And when you open this document or this assignment, it gives you a prompt to read the article, which is located right under this assignment. And then you are responding to the prompt, which is in the article, in a minimum of 2 pages. This assignment does need to be formatted in APA, so that means you need that title page and you need those references. And then you upload it here, as you do normal. 20 points possible. It's 15 points for content and 5 points for writing. And as I said, it's very easy to lose the writing points because I'm a little bit of a stickler on APA. However, I will sit with you and give you resources and do what I can to support you to make sure that you are, growing in APA. So I opened up the article. It's Sharpening the Saw, assignment 1.3. So you're reading this and responding to the prompt below. And it gives you a little bit of an introduction here. And then it gives you a little bit, because this is actually from a textbook, or it's a book that's written. But it gives you a little bit about the 4 dimensions to renew your character. And it talks about the 4 dimensions a little bit more in depth. And then here is the assignment. So it says, after reading Covey, you are going to explain what the term sharpen the saw means. And then in addition to that, you're going to identify and summarize each of the 4 dimensions, which are here in your own words. And then you are going to reflect on the information in the article and share how you believe that you sharpen your own saw. So just share a little bit with us in your writing about how you renew yourself and how you reflect and how you sort of implement that self-care component. Consider what motivates you, what gets you excited, or what has the capability to motivate and excite you. And here is the citation that I went ahead and did for you at the bottom. Okay, so that'll be minimum 2 pages. The citation is already here. It does need to be in APA format, as stated earlier. Okay? If we go back to Moodle, the assignment after 1.3 is a quiz, assignment 1.4. Please keep in mind that you can only take these quizzes once, and there are some short answer responses required in here. So have your textbook open, and if there are any errors, say you missed one and you're like, nope, that's on page 187, I know it's correct, please email me, because although these are final, they're not real final. I can go in and make some changes, and then that way we can correct that problem for the next students as well. Assignment 1.5 is the journal reflection. So this is the only thing that's really going to be due early. It's due April 14th by 11:55 p.m. And if you open it up, it gives you that same prompt that we kind of always have in all of the courses. But for this time, since we are meeting online, if you are able to make it, hopefully, you're going to discuss the information presented in the Zoom session. Okay, what information was new to you? And as the journal states, this is your chance to just talk with me and let me know, your experience, what you're thinking. So just help me understand, how I can help you and how I can support you with that. Okay. And then also the next assignment that we have is assignment 1.6. So this one seems kind of tricky, but it's actually a great assignment. So for this one, in 1.6, there is nothing due. If you look at the date, it says Thursday, May 9th, because you're actually going to turn this in week 5. Okay, the VES assignment it's a values enhancement. And let me open up this document for you. So you are going to open up this document, and I've already done some of the work for you because I kind of revamped this for us. So value enhancement series, and it talks about all of the domains that connect with you in physical education, and it really focuses on the affective domain. What is your opinion? What is your experience? What are your feelings about physical education? So you are going to save this actual document that you open up on your computer. And of course, you're going to put your name and you're going to fill in this running head, but save this because you're going to work on it for 5 weeks until it's due in week 5. Okay. And I've made it pretty easy for you because I put, type your response here. So just delete this and type right over it. This is really an attempt for you to become familiar with your feelings and some other people's feelings about physical education. So really, you're just going to answer these questions. Most of this is really your opinion. Do you enjoy physical education? Why or why not? What do you think are the benefits of physical education? So a lot of this is your opinion, so you don't have to worry about any in-text citations. There is a section where you have to interview somebody. Here it says about the value that they place on their physical education experience. You can have them write you a letter, send you an email. It could even be a phone conversation that you document, a text message that you document, but you want them to, get their opinion about their physical education experience. And again, I put these areas in here. You need to copy and paste or include whatever the communication was and then summarize it. How do their views compare with yours? Okay. And then there's some charts here that it's a cause and effect chart that I went ahead and stuck in for you. You just need to click on those and type right in those. Okay. All this is not done in one assignment. You have a couple of weeks to do this, so we suggest that you work on it a little bit each week. And then please pay attention to week 3 because questions 17 through 21 will be completed in small groups in class. So you don't need to worry about that on your own. Okay, and then again, if you go to the end, there's some last minute, follow-up questions. And at the end on page 8, there's also a definition of terms. So if there's something that you're not understanding or you want to know how is that word actually used in our context, you can refer to this definition of terms at the end. And then I've already did the references for you. Okay, so this is, it seems like it's a lot, but it's very reflective, and it's not too much for you to worry about when it comes to, looking at the textbook or in-text citations or APA format. Just keep in mind that the responses, although they may seem like they could just be short responses, I mean, for number 2, do you enjoy physical education? Why or why not? I could easily say, I don't because, and give like a 1 or 2 sentence answer. But I just want us to keep in mind that as university students, and probably most of us are aspiring teachers, so let's make sure that we're giving that university level response. Okay, so that is the VES. And then after the VES, if we go back to Moodle, all that's left in week 1 is our participation points. And for you to do the survey, for you to, include how many hours you spent doing the work. Okay, so that's a little synopsis of week 1. If you have any questions, email me, or you can even let me know when we meet for that Zoom session. Okay, thank you very much. And like I said, just contact me if you have any questions about anything.